Today we will build something that I wanted to build for at least 4 years. If you are a content creator or a wannabe content creator, you might actually need this. I need this thing a lot. So instead of doing this just for myself, I want to try to do something that might even be useful for someone else. So that's the goal, okay? So, and we'll use two tools. One is Augment Code, so I want to try out this tool. I had the CEO of Augment Code of my channel, and I told him that for my next project, I would have used this. It looks quite promising. It also has some, it gets some context from the code base, so it seems like powerful, and we'll try it out, of course. And we'll also use CodeRabbit for code reviews. Since I wanted to skip, the very initial phase, MPX, creator, and next up or whatever, the repository is there, but it's literally just one single commit, okay? Okay, so let's go, and I want to show you this project and this idea. Before we go into the project, I will show you the tool that I will use. So I will use this Augment Code. I had the CEO on my channel, and it's a tool to write code. So we know that there are many tools. I think this one is worth checking. First of all, it has VS Code extension. So I am a GitHub Copilot user, so it's a bit hard to convince me and get out of my bubble. Even to try Cursor for me, it's a bit. I need to install it and try it out. So I like that you can try it out in a VS Code extension. If you have GitHub Copilot, it's a similar experience. The thing that it does, which is similar to what JetBrains does, is that it indexes your repository, and also so it helps you also to create tasks, create things. And I tried just a couple of prompts, and I think that and I liked it. The docs are super clear, and so if you want to try it out, I think there is a link, and you can let me know what you think. It's very simple to use, I would say, and I never used it, so I'll use this live today for the first time. Okay. What about the idea? So I want to go back here. So, and now this is very important. I started being active on social media at the end of 2019, beginning of 2020. And I've been literally in this rabbit hole of coding and showcasing things and posting tips and editing and videos for quite long now. I think it's around 5 years, dedicating a lot of time. The problem is that now I have so many videos. I think I published 1,000 videos on YouTube. Just to give an idea. I did around 400 live streams. Some of them, they were listed, but just to give you an idea. Because some people here are new. They don't know, we have been in touch, I don't know, in the last 6 months, okay? You can let me know in the chat for how long you have been connected with me. So, yeah, 1K videos on YouTube. I think on Twitter it's like 3,000, 4,000. I think I checked this, last year, and it was like 3,000. So now it should be like 4,000, 5,000. So, but it can also include, me just doing a quick video on Twitter. So just to give you an idea of the numbers I have. So my numbers are quite strong. In the meanwhile, I also started public speaking. I'm sorry, I feel embarrassed to say this. I don't know how many talks I delivered these 3 years. I think it's around a number between 30 and 50, 30 and 40. I don't know how many talks I delivered. I'm sorry, but I lost count. I genuinely don't know. I have no idea. So what I want to do is that I want to create basically a website. It's basically a website. But this is not me just building my website and then I'm done, and then you can click my call to action. No, I want to do something a bit more complicated that might help you. So I want to create a template for content creators. So usually content creators, they do different things. They can do articles. I also have quite many articles. Maybe some people don't even know that I write articles. Maybe you make videos, maybe you make live events, maybe you have a podcast, maybe you are a public speaker, maybe you are writing a book. Yes, I'm also writing a Rust book in the meanwhile, mind-blowing. And maybe you want to use some sections. So my idea is to have a template for content creators before even starting to make the second commit, because the first commit has already been posted. I want you to let me know what do you think about this idea. I want to show you the GitHub link that I think it's pinned on the chat. So this repository is public, okay? So, and this is just the first commit, okay? So this is an open source project, 100%. I have just 1 star here. I think I just started trying to start my own projects. So creator site template. So you will have something similar to this. I will show you what we have here. I still don't have the custom domain. You can have you can customize your name. You can add your social media. If you have a podcast, you can add it. I want this to be customizable. You will have a configuration for this application. For example, if you don't have a podcast, you put something at false, and it will not show this section. If you have, for example, I don't know, a list of people who invited you as a guest, you can add this here. If you have a list of paid products, I have 4 paid products. No, 3. 3 paid products. Do you know that? No, 4. Sorry. 4 paid products. Do you know that? Probably not. Oh, those 3. 3 for now, and then they have an upcoming book. So I want to add these things, this section here. Probably will also have a navbar, of course, but you get the idea. The idea is to have something that works for me, and you can also use it, you can fork it, you can clone it, you can do whatever you want, because I think that it's time for me to aggregate everything I've been doing so far on social media for about 5 years and a half. What do you think about this idea? The project is open source, so feel free to add stuff, ask questions, because the idea here is to make this project for everyone, make this project for creators. So because I think creators are busy. They are busy, and I am the first creator who does a lot of stuff, and then they never stop to say, okay, what have I done so far? What are the things that might be useful? So I really need this. Like I will do this even alone. If we have some other people who want to contribute and give, for example, some points of view, I will be happier. But for sure, I will do this for me, because they say that the best way to start a project is to start a project you need. I need this so badly. I need this so much, because I'm almost losing track of everything I've been doing. So let's go locally. Maybe I will create another branch, and I want to add something. Do you have an idea of what we can do now here? No, so this is how the project looks like now. I'll also share the link here. And so this is the project now. This took me literally 2 minutes to create. I already used Augment Code, and so someone said that we should add a section. I want to show you now the structure of the project, of course. So it's something super simple. I think it's here. So you see this. This might be interesting. You see modules.json. You see. This is the website. You see, we have social media, podcast, as a guest, products, public speaking. Okay, so the core idea here, I might actually use Z at some point. I never tried it, but I'm not that easy to try new stuff. I will at some point. Let's see. I met the Z team at the RustConf, so for sure we'll do something with that at some point, even a dedicated live stream. Let's say that, for example, you don't have the as a guest section. Let's say nobody invited you because you are a bad person. I'm joking. You are not famous enough. And so I would say, let's say that we want, for example, to remove this as a guest section. Okay. How can we do that? Something super easy. This is basically how we've done this. There is this modus.json. We can also create issues about this, by the way. But for example, this as a guest, here is true. I can put this as false. So this is why I say that we can have some section that might be customizable. Let's see it locally. Now it works. And now we should not see this as a guest section anymore. Okay, this is basically like a configuration for a website. For now, it's a JSON. It can be a YAML. It can be anything else. You can see the as a guest section, you don't have it. So super simple. I want to add, for example, a section for the blog, a section, I don't know, for calls, I don't know, whatever, like open for work, or no, yes or not. That's the core idea. What do you think? It's a customizable. They're basically like modules that you can create, and you can basically have your recap of everything you have been doing so far. I want at some point to add a sort of navbar here, but for now it's not the goal. For now the goal is to think about what might be the sections here. For example, here you can customize the Twitter, LinkedIn, maybe you can add some social media here. If you have the podcast, the products, for example, in my case, I still don't know. Do I want a section for videos? But I think I will prefer a section for topics. One for Rust with videos, live streams, articles. One for Docker, Rust, videos, live streams, shorts, I don't know, something else that I want. So I'm thinking about the sections that might be interesting because it's hard to define all the content creators. I want this to be more minimalistic as possible. Some people might even like it. At some point, you might have a light theme, but the default should be dark. I'm gonna suggest to add a blog section. So I can use Augment Code here, and I can ask here. You see here, it's very similar to GitHub Copilot, but I create the indexes, and here we have this extension. Okay, it's very easy to integrate. This is one of the reasons why I decided to use it, so I don't have to install something else, install something new. It's literally an extension. I also have the Code Rabbit extension. So add a blog section. For now, just put a couple of mock article links and add the blog to the configuration. So I want to have a separate section also for blog, okay? Not that hard, okay? So I want, for example, here to also have the blog link, and maybe a couple of, like something like this. I like this with a bit of intro. I want this to be, in a similar way like a GitHub repository, pinned repositories, Maybe you can add, that couple of articles that really went well, that couple of podcasts that really stand out, interviewed, Maximilian Schwarzmuller, the owner of Academind, the New Boston, Quincy Larson, 2 times, the creator of Freecode Camp. So maybe you want to highlight something. So the final goal is to basically make us look good. So I want this, when someone goes here, they can say, okay, this person has a good social media presence. Maybe we can add the numbers here on the social media. Add the numbers on social media here. It would be nice to have an API so you don't have to actually change it manually. Okay? I'm showing ideas. If you want, you can even add some issues. Let's see. Let's go here. So maybe it's a bit small. Let's do a bit bigger. Something like this. Okay. Like this. Okay. Let's see if Augment Code can actually add this feature. And let's see also how it behaves. First of all, I like here that we see, I don't know if GitHub Copilot has this, you can see the changes here. Let's see. Create the blog section component. It's not really a component, but it should be just a... and of course, here it's suggesting to disable GitHub Copilot. I'm not disabling it. I want to see how it behaves without disabling it. I really like this. Read file, excellent. It's doing some stuff. And here is the page.tsx. So I should have here, all here we should have another content part, which is the part for the blog. Okay, here. Minimalistic design. Let's see. I was in the production. Okay. And you see, that's amazing. We have now the blog section. I love this one. I want this now. You see this blog with these, getting started content creation, building an audience. Of course, these are like mock articles, but like you see, blog with maybe 2-3 articles. You can even maybe decide how many articles you want to show. But this is cool. Okay, so I just built this, and I mean, again, this is not like super hard stuff, but the idea that you can create this in this way, it's not that bad. For simple stuff, I can say that you can use AI for stuff. Maybe something that we might add, it's a picture and maybe, the 5 icon, I don't know. It can also be your profile picture, I don't know, somewhere. And these are basically some of the sections. I would like also at some point that you can also change where each section is. I mean, for now, I'm just throwing ideas. If you want to add some features, you can let me know. And what do you think? Maybe some stats, it would be nice to have. Some stats of the social media, or some stats on the views, on the videos or the articles. I'm really looking forward for this section. I'm not sure if we should have this, like public speaking, like here, or we should have a separate section. So I'm still not sure. I think we can have. What about this? This is like a sort of recap. It's like all the pinned stuff. And then we can have separate sections, like here, if you want to go into the details. If you want to check all the podcasts, there is a podcast. But this is similar to, say, a sort of like preview. This is basically what you want to show. This will become francescosciula.com. Okay, so with all the links, with all the stuff, maybe I have 3 articles, maybe I have... about talks, I don't know, talks that had, 3,000, 4,000 attendees, maybe I can highlight them just to brag a little bit. It might be interesting. You can even, hire me for public speaking engagements, okay. Products, and as a guest is something that I created. Basically, when someone invited, and also we need the GitHub link. I want this to be an open source project, so you can also add your own features and you can improve it. So everyone then can have their own GitHub profile, or maybe they can hide some of the social media if they are not using it. I like the idea that we already have some sort of icons here. I think they are icons or they are Unicode thing. Interesting. This X, okay. So here I think it's using just Unicode characters. They are not icons. No, they are not icons. Okay. Maybe add the social media of GitHub. Oh no. Let's add the GitHub repository link with icon at the top right of the project. Okay. I think it's doable. So now I will go here and I will say usually we should create an issue, okay? But now we are here at the very beginning. I will add this on my own. So add GitHub repository link with an icon at the top right. The link is this one, and it should be customizable. Because remember, I'm doing an extra step. I'm doing the step to create this, not just for me, but to be customizable for you. So you might be able to create even another repository, even another template. Maybe this is the only example that maybe this doesn't need a real configuration. But let's say that you want to clone it. Let's say that you want a similar project and you want this GitHub link repo to be reachable. I will let you to edit even the link to the repo. In this case, I should not, because this is the project. So that's more like it for your GitHub profile. But let's do it anyway. It should be customizable. The current link is... By the way, Augment Code worked very well. Let's see here. And this I'm using just the thread. It can also have like the tasks and stuff. I like that we have the edits here. Yes. And I think I need to go here. Yeah, to keep all. You have a preview and apply. No, I don't. I want to do this manually. Localhost. Let's see. You see, we have this link to GitHub, and it works. Okay, it's a bit weird that it's over there, but I think that for now I'm happy. If we want to, but I think it's fine that it's there, because this is to have this content in the middle, and then we have this GitHub link here at the top right. Perfect. Let's go here, so we can keep all. Okay, now I know how to do this, and now we can actually push this branch. So git status. No, I'm a bit on style, but I like the CLI a lot. For git status. Okay, and we are on the branch. What is this? What happened? So git. Where is the? One moment. Let's see here. Leave one. Git add. Git commit. Do you know my toxic trait? What is? So I have a toxic trait in programming. My toxic trait is confession. My toxic trait is that sometimes I do a commit with just one word to avoid to put the quotes. Do you know that this does work? If I type like this commit -m without quotes, just a single word. With the git commit -m, I would say GitHub profile. This works. So to avoid the quotes, I just add a commit with a single single word. Don't do that. This is not best practice. This is, as I said, my toxic trait. Git push origin. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Compare and pull request. Oh, we have already one fork. Amazing. Or is it me? Can you see the fork? No, I need to check. Anyway, let's create this and pull request. Able to merge. We should have GitHub. Should have CodeRabbit here. Let's see. Here I'm creating the pull request. Okay, I'm not reviewing, because here I'm creating and reviewing. So added blog section, added GitHub repository link at the top right with icon. Okay. Time is literally flying. Create a pull request. Okay. Successfully deployed. No conflicts. Okay, there we go. CodeRabbit. Amazing. Okay, should be easy. File selected. Okay, commits. Have you ever used CodeRabbit? Merge. You can actually merge, but I want to check the preview. Let's see. Social media. We have the blog here and the GitHub link here. So this is, I think this is the killer feature of Vercel, that we can actually see the preview. I lost the GitHub link. I think it's this one. I think it should open this on another page. But anyway, okay. Let's merge this one. Confirm a merge. And wow, we also merged our project. Cool. Amazing. Perfect. Delete branch. We don't need it anymore. We can go here on GitHub and we can... There was something to sync, but I already did it. Pull and push comments. Okay. Perfect. Git status. and then we can do git checkout main. Okay, and then we can do git pull because we are on the other branch. Okay, clear, perfect, amazing. Okay, let's see here if locally it's still working. To done again, npm run lab. Okay, what else can we add in this quick live event? What can we also add here? What can we add? I don't know if I I don't know if I want to start working on a single section, or do we want to work more on the whole design. There are some things that I would like to have. This is hide. Okay, let's go here. I like that it makes this schema. If you're a content creator and your content is a bit messy, you are in the right place. I am a content creator, my content is messy. I mean, not the content itself, but the organization, like how the content is organized, like, you know, the blog, the videos, a podcast, then you do some other spaces, and they are like all connected in your brain, but people are not in your brain, so they have no idea what you're doing. And I think I am a clear example of this. This project is a content creator site template. Okay, so basically you have your name, the social media. If you have a podcast, if there appeared as a guest, maybe you want to add some external links, products like paid products and so on. Maybe you have some public speaking experiences, maybe you have your blog. So this is a template you can customize with your own content. I'm just creating here the skeleton. Okay. Will it connect to my YouTube automatically fetch my top videos? This is something that might be done in a very easy way. This is actually a very nice idea for an issue at Arba. This is actually a very nice idea for an issue. I don't know if you need a YouTube API key, but for sure I can do this for me. I'm using this Augment Code, which is, I don't know if you like it or not, but not bad. For now, it's doing the thing. Everything I asked, it did it. I think it might be useful for creators to first of all find your content, and also I want you to showcase maybe your best products or best pieces of content. Sometimes I ask on social media like, what's your best video? It doesn't have to be the video who gets the more views, but you know, the best, or your best article, because maybe it's the one on the niche. Maybe you made a video that made a lot of views, but maybe it was just a rant or something that you don't think anymore. So sometimes I ask this, and I think that this main page can replace can basically fit the answer to this question. I don't know. You have 2 good articles, then you can showcase 2 good articles. Maybe you can add a topic-specific section. For now, Augment Code is working very, very well. What about a best of? Like best of Docker, I don't know, my best thread of Docker, my best video about Docker, my best article, best live event, something like this. Like best type of content. I think that would be nice to have. So let's create it. Let's try. Git checkout best content. Best of. Because it's not the best, your best content. It's your best content about a topic. So best topic. Best of a topic. Maybe -b. Best of a topic. Okay. Let's use Augment Code and say I want to add a section called best of a topic. Add a section customizable on the main page, and also a separate section separate section, also separate section in case, section if the user clicks on it. The detailed section can be mostly empty. Right now I want to create like a best of Docker, then you click and then you go on the Docker section. Right now I just want to create the structure. For example, if the topic is Docker, it shows some best content I created about Docker, can be the blockchain or what else. This is very good, for example, if you're looking for promotions. I created about Docker, and if you click, you go on a bigger Docker section on the website. Okay, so the core idea is to have a section for a specific topic. It can be DevOps, it can be Docker, it can be blockchain, it can be Rust, it can be React, whatever. And I wanted here to have a section just to highlight, just to impress. And then if people click, they will go to another section, and maybe we will not have all our React videos, but we'll have some React videos, maybe the best ones that maybe can help us to also get a promotion. It's very quick, this Augment Code. I like it. Best of topic section with a modular structure. The effort we are putting here is to have everything modular. So everything can be configured, can be removed, can be changed. Even about the style, for now, I'm just putting black and white. At some point, I might actually add some themes, add some specific colors that you can add in the configuration. So we will see this. Okay. It's creating the section, hopefully. Of course, we will check it out. But you see, I like that we still have control. We are in VS Code, we have control, we have this, we can see, this topic page. And then I want to see if also it's creating this other section. I think we can check it out. Let's do before accepting. So let's go here. And let's check. Let's see. Yeah, podcast as a guest, public speaking, blog. Oh, best of. Okay, best of curated content on specific topics. Okay, this is not exactly what I wanted, because here it has. This can also be something interesting. For example, let's say that you create. I think this is, for example, is good for me. Let's say that you create content on different topics. Can be Docker, Rust, content creation, DevRel, Docker, Rust, DevRel. Okay, Docker, Rust, DevRel. So you can have a list of things, like the best content I created about Docker, the best content I created about DevRel is probably a playlist, the best content I created about Rust is probably the Rust playlist. So this, for example, is very suitable for YouTube playlist, for example. Because, for example, maybe I have many videos. Maybe I don't know. Maybe you have 50 videos about React, but you want to just showcase 5 of them. You create a YouTube playlist with 5 of them because you think that they are the best ones, and then in the best of, you can have this featured here. And I think you can also get the thumbnail on the playlist, if I'm not wrong, with the API. So you might even just add the playlist link, and it should automatically also fetch the thing. I don't know if we want to try it now. Maybe not, or maybe yes. Let me know. Let me know if you want me to try this out. But I like this. And if I click here, it doesn't work. Oh, it works. It also created the separate sections. Amazing. Really, really amazing. Okay, here we don't have the GitHub link, but okay, it's not a big deal. This is working, and I love this. I really love this. Yes, and if I tap here, it also created, here, for example, we have 2. On the Docker, we have 3. We have 3. So it also created a different structure for the different things. I love this. This is very powerful. This is the best of section. I mean, at some point, I really want to organize this in the best possible way. For now, I think that the best of component we can have it. I mean, once we create, they are not even a component. They are just, a very simple one. The thing is that here we have like the intro, basically. And then if you click, you can go on a different section. I don't know if the name is customizable. I want to check if the name here is customizable in the configuration or not. I want to check. Let's check it out. And then I think we'll be done. This is the thing I had for my talk at the Code Emotion. It was to showcase some Rust stuff. I need to do git status. No. Git status. Git checkout main. Git pull. Okay. Perfect. I want to check here in the page.tsx. Let's see. Use client module. Use state. Where is your name? You see. Okay, so the name and title should be configurable. So I want to add this. Okay, so because here you see your name and content creation and entrepreneur is just hard-coded in the project. So like this one, your name and content creator. So let's just do this. Git checkout. You see, I want to make this extra effort on making everything configurable from using the modules.js.json or whatever it's called. Git checkout -p config name, I will call it. I want to go here on the Augment Code and I want to add, I want your name and let's see if it understands. It's not that easy here. And to be customizable. So make them a string taken from the JSON config file. Okay, let's see. So here, instead of having the code here, this should change. I mean, it's not a big change, but let's see if it finds it. This is a bit, might be not that easy to do. It found it. Amazing. Config header name, or okay, it also handled if this is not configured, it will use what we had before. And if I go on modules.json, you see in the header I see name and tagline. I love this. Let's go here on the localhost. We should not see any change, but I want to see if instead of your name in the modules.json, I type Francesco, also with surname. I want to see if this is loaded every time I refresh or just on, I think it's on refresh. Or refresh. So you see, I can add this here. Now this is configurable, so you can add this in the configuration file. This can also, maybe you logged into this SaaS, so this can also be taken by somewhere, so you can actually see here your name. What I feel that is really missing is a profile picture here. Maybe we can create just the issue. It's not that hard. We can either use I think we can use even the GitHub picture, or we can upload one. But upload where might be a problem. At the beginning, we can even add. I don't know if you can use the Twitter or YouTube profile picture or LinkedIn. It would be interesting. But because if you want to host a picture, we need to post it somewhere. I want to config. There is a typo in the branch, but it's fine. Git add git commit profile git push origin Coffee name. I think I'll do this and then we'll be done for today. I really like Augment Code. I had podcast with the SEO. And that's it, I think, for today. Do you have another pull request? No. Okay, so let's go here. So this was, I think, a nice example. We tried Augment Code, Code Rabbit, and also now we have an MVP for this project. I don't know if this might be something that I will use in the future, but I really want to work on this. I want to work on, especially on the public speaking one. Public speaking, and Francesco as a guest. It's basically if you ever invited me on a live event, not spaces because that would be too much, but like all the live events, I will leave the GitHub link again. If you just joined the live event, you can check it out. We can go here. I'm super happy because finally I went back on with live streams, and I really love the fact that you can build something live. Even something that I really wanted to do this, I think, for at least 2 years, maybe 3. Since I started, let's say that since I started public speaking, I really wanted to have a website at least with all the talks I made, because I made many talks. As I said, I think it should be a number between 30 and 50. And now I finally have a place where I can put them. So this is mostly for the public speaking one. And then, of course, since I'm doing the public speaking, I'm also adding, the playlist on YouTube, the podcast, the Francesco as a guest link, the blog articles, the products I have. I have 3 paid products for now. Maybe I will have a 4th one soon. So I have 2 about Rust, the content creators package, like you basically get 10 calls of 1 hour. The last shout out I want to give is to Code Rabbit, but also Augment Code. It really helped me, and it felt like a bit faster than GitHub Copilot. It can also, for now I'm using this just on the VS Code extension. I'm using this, I think, at 5%, 10% of the power, because it can also, the agent can plan, build, and open PRs for you, so you can review them. That will be very interesting to do. But for now, I wanted to use, in the very default and base use case. So, what do you think? Is it a project that makes sense to keep working on, or we just, I mean, in the worst case, I will just build this for me. So it will not be a template anymore, and I will be, you will have my website, which is basically open source and open for everyone, as I did many times in the past. But the idea is that I still want to do something that can be useful if you want to build your own, especially if you're a content creator who is not very super well organized. Try it out. If you try it out, be sure maybe to make a post, because I'm happy that when I try something, if you also try it out, doing this, how they're doing that, and so on. Okay. 240 episodes in the podcast. Wow, we are getting close to 250. Maybe we can do 250 before the end of the year. This might be a goal. We really need a page for your podcast. You see, okay, so Ritika, you confirm that we need this. And I mean, I might have also missed some of them because I need to add all of them, so maybe I missed something. Check it out. Let's just give it a look, so you have an idea. James Quick, Dennis Ivey, this is CodeStackR, Mish Mannes, she was working at GitHub, now at Twilio, Dev Gray, Casey, Jack Harrington, Kushbo, I think I never saw her doing a podcast, Toby Loba, Hitesh, Logan Kilpatrick, OpenAI, now he works at Google, Christina, the Go guy Melky, Ken Dodds, Kelsey Hightower, Lee Robinson, Avi, also my friend, the former CEO of Docker. You see, like these are like big names. Quincy Larson 2 times, Praduna, Eddie Jaude, Angie Jones, Danny Thompson, Maximina Schwarzmuller. I think he's the only podcast he made. He's the creator of Academind. He has a million subscribers. CS Dojo, Kunal, Pratim, Kunal again, Vitto. He also works at Google now. Patrick Lober. You see, and you don't even know that I do that. Pratam, Jack Forge. Have you ever seen Jack Forge doing a podcast? The New Boston. So it's mind blowing. But this is Web Dev Simplified. There's also the reason why I called the thing Web Dev Simplified. Kevin Powell, Coder. And this is the interview that brought me to the daily dev job. So this podcast brought me a 6-figure job. Hey Tejas, how's it going? Happy Diwali. Is it started today? Or where? I'm showcasing. These are like the old episodes, but see, Florin Pop, for example. I Met Her, Sarah Shook, Shorty Balaza. This video always got many views, but I never know why. So Dennis Ivy again. The first appearance of Hassan before he became developer advocate at Vercel. Pratam with short hair. Scott, Quincy Larson, Pauline. Let's click Mark Bacchus. José Rosado. Matteo Collina. Ben Howard. Santiago. This is the first appearance of Santiago. First appearance of Santiago on YouTube. SVP. Danny Thompson again. This is a lot. It's really a lot. Maybe stopped a bit. A snippet. No, really like this developer advocate at Google. I mean, Kunal again. And this is the upcoming one. So I really want to highlight at least some of these episodes, and yes,